Welcome. Today we are watching the insane female Leafy clone, Madame. Well, Madame. I don't know who this person is. I just saw her on the media. Low key, I'm low key interested because once again, it's a late night and I like reacting to things at late night. And maybe it's low key spooky because the thumbnail could look kind of spooky. But do not go out your way to harass anyone involved in this video. This video is for educational person and contains sensitive topic for viewer discretion is advised. Okay, so this means this is rage. So maybe this person rage baited someone, and I feel like that people are going to try to send death threats to her or some shit like that. But yeah, let's get into the video though. Low-key, I like the intro though. You are watching. I cannot read that.
Back in 2019, Madame or Princess Ash was the subject to one of the fastest rises and falls in internet history. She started out as just another commentary channel, pretty much skinwalking Leafy is here, but due to her extensive coverage on people like Elysion, she suddenly became the talk of the town. Did it matter to anyone watching that there was nothing notable about her, apart from her gender? In the short term, no. But as time passed, Madame appeared to have been
low-key, I saw that PFP before back in the day. I'm saying that like YouTube is like old, well technically it is old. It's been out since like 2000 something, but still, low-key, I saw that. Yeah, is she an animator or some shit? Because I saw that PFP before. I didn't watch her. I just saw like the channel and shit. Like, you know, like we're going recommended on your For You page or some shit. You just don't click on it though because you don't watch that shit. But yeah,
hiding her erratic behavior. In fact, the most interesting thing she would do was the action that caused her downfall. After attempting to dox a 15-year-old over credit and the meltdown that followed, her career was in free
Wait, I rather just release their info since they want to disrespect me with lies. I don't want to disrespect them back with lies. I'd rather disrespect them back with their information. That's some fuck shit. I'm not gonna hold you. Hey, yo, nigga really said, all right, you wanna play like that, bitch? I'm gonna get your IP and like ban you offline or some shit and like dox you or some shit and put your info on the internet. Now, see, that sounds crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. That's some crazy shit. But to a 15-year-old, you know, like kids gonna be talking shit because they're kids. But that's some crazy shit that you do that to a 15-year-old. Now, see, if it was a grown-ass man, hey, he kind of deserved it. He probably said some crazy shit. But if he was a 15-year-old, once again, kids say anything out their mouth. And if anything, if he was going to do all that, then you could have just scare factor him. Just leave him alone or just block him. He's a 15-year-old. Why you even talk to a 15-year-old?
And most holdouts left when they found out she had scammed those who had raised money for a lawsuit.
Now, see, that's some bitch shit. That's fucked up. I hate YouTubers like that. I hate people that fake cancer. I hate people that fucking do those fake ass you know, those miscarriage things, the fundraisers, the funeral fundraisers too. They low-key fake those deaths a lot. But the main one I hate the most is those when people have cancer, because like that's fucked up. Like, people be like, oh, I have cancer, so can you please donate to me? And turns out they was lying the whole time. I hate people like that.
That's the story that everyone knows, and it's been retold many times by different creators.
Damn.
Yet none of them have said the full story. Madame should have just been another footnote in history, but everything I've been finding after digging through old archives shows a lot more than what we saw. Madame's online footprint goes back years, and throughout there's a recurring pattern. A woman with an unrelenting desire to get attention, getting revenge in whatever way she can.
Why she look like fucking Momo?
And her actions seem to eclipse what she's most known for. So, take a seat. This is the story behind the female Leafy clone who doxed her artist.
Wow.
Now, if you're stuck in 2016 calling people Leafy clones, you need to reevaluate your sad life.
She wants to leech off of me for content after I made my video, you know,
And it's going to be a long process, and I am willing to go through it because you will not get away with this. Period.
She hasn't just stolen once, but twice, and then released
Wait, never in my life worked with someone who's unprofessional. I can't really read it because it's like blurred out inside a DM, inside of people direct, post second in an Instagram account. Really never talked to me again, blocked me, leave me alone. I mean when I said, I hope you go somewhere or some shit.
Personal information of a 15-year-old.
You're the one who forgot the credit and cried over one comment. And then you tried to dox them.
She scammed her community through her Patreon, saying that she was gonna do.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't see the purpose of Patreon. The only time I see people using Patreon is if they're on some Gooner type timing or like Gooner type timing. I'm not gonna hold you like subscribe to the Patreon if you want to see 18 plus. Subscribe to the Patreon if you want to see the uncensored version. That's the only time I only know about the Patreon. I'm not gonna hold you, but maybe people actually use it just for art and shit like that. But me personally, the only time I see it, someone saying, "Hey, subscribe to the Patreon," it's like an OnlyFans.
Going to sue Onision.
Oh, you know that crazy shit? You know, Little Tay started OnlyFans, and she has $1 million in 3 hours. Niggas are weird.
Ash had actually hired people from the dark web.
Then I realized who it was. I was like, "Oh, this is Madam."
Oh yeah, before I'm sorry, I'll keep pausing and stopping and jotting, but I feel like she. Okay, so I'm foreshadowing what she did. Basically, the female Leafy clone turned to doxer. Okay, I'm assuming what she did was obviously dox someone. She sued someone. I'm assuming she sued Leafy for calling her a copy and paste person or something like that, and it went south. That's why I'm foreshadowing.
It's like trouble, and I kind of like it.
Let's see what happens. Chapter 1. Madame
or Ashley S was born on February 8th, 2000.
Damn.
Her history is as dubious as ever. She's lied and exaggerated
So she's a VR
throughout
chatter.
her career. But according to her own
And play
narration,
Fortnite.
her early life wasn't pretty. Madame says she's diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and severe depression. It's possible her upbringing was the cause of this, as she notes her family were abusive. In fact, her recollection of her last day with
By the way, no excuse to hurt somebody's feelings, but hey.
the family ended in a fight with her stepdad.
Or harass people on and dox them and threaten to dox them and shit like that.
When the police came and saw her
I
bruises,
just realized a lot of people that are weirdos, I mean, yeah, they probably have a mental disorder, but they always use that as an excuse.
they apparently neglected to help
My
her
whole room
and
is red
treated
right
her
now.
like a criminal. In response, Madame packed her bags, went to the airport, and flew across the country to the middle of nowhere.
Damn.
From there, she would ask strangers for help and then rebuild her life. Keep in mind, she says this happened a few years ago at the time of upload, so she would have been around 15 to 16 years old. It's also
That's
worth noting that she
traumatic.
said this story in a video where she claims she broke out of a mental facility. It seems harsh now to cast doubt upon this, but as we go on, you'll see where I'm coming from. It doesn't help that she threatens to sue the mental facility in the video, and as
That's
we'll find out
1
later,
hour
her
long?
history of lawsuit threats is shaky, to say the least. Back when she was a young teen, Madame loved watching videos made by people like Leafy is here. If you're a fairly young viewer, you might think this is a little unlikely. I mean, what interest would a teenage girl have in a guy who makes videos bullying kids?
Wow.
But back then, that was exactly par for the course. Leafy had a massive following of teenage girls, people from Tumblr who idolized him. Some of them would even go on to have their own notoriety.
Okay, I'm sorry, but the way that this nigga Leafy look, I'm not gonna hold you. Somehow he gets all the emo hoes or some shit like that. But hey, you can keep that pushing, I guess. I don't know if he's a bad dude or not, but he still had that. Well, actually, I don't even know how old he is, but it turns out, I guess teenagers really love this dude or some shit like that. But hey, somehow, I guess he, in my opinion, that nigga at least is like a 5. I'm sorry.
Like Katie triggers me. To put it simply, 2016 was a pretty different time, one where it was hard to escape the ship art of Leafy and his female character Femi.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Ship art, okay, peak ship art was like Naruto, Sasuke, and shit. I don't know why they keep doing that, but it was like Sansa Papyrus. Like, I think peak ship art, which I hate the most, like with the fandoms and stuff. I think ship art was like 20, like the cringe ones was 2016 through 2018, and it's still more. I don't know why, but it's still more. But I feel like that's the cringe trial of ship art, 2016 through 2018. It's probably more. Who knows?
That's the fandom that Madame grew up as a
Wow.
part of. For the next 2 years, Madame would go from a fan to a content creator, making typical commentary videos. One thing to note now is that throughout her career, Madame would go on to pretty much skinwalk Leafy. A lot of commentary
Really?
channels have borrowed aspects of Leafy's content, used it as a jumping off point to develop their own style, and these people are, in my opinion, unfairly labelled as Leafy clones. Madame is different. She was quite literally a Leafy clone. She copied his style, way of talking, type of videos, and even merch. I mean, this is far beyond using inspiration as an excuse. So why did she...
So she wasn't original. That was the main problem that people didn't like. That people are not original, which is like, not gonna lie, I'm like a lot of YouTubers are copy and paste. I don't know if y'all see me as a copy and paste as reactor, but I mean, I guess I'm copying and pasting with the reaction part, but I feel like I have a different type of like yapping session, stuff like that, and actually talk to y'all, some shit like that. But hey, who knows? Everyone sees views reactioners like different, because I react in games, so it's like I mean, everyone else reacting games on their YouTube channel. It's nothing different, but like, hopefully I can see something different in me. 'Cause I don't want to be marked as a clone or some shit, but still.
Stand out amongst everyone else? Well, to be blunt and honest, it's because she was a woman. When it came to what she was actually saying, she did not stand out from anyone else.
Gotcha.
People liked her because the commentary audience was undeniably full of dorky 13-year-old boys who
wanted to fucking like goon and shit. Just
were going through puberty. And that fact didn't sit well with Madame. She would fight for seemingly every inch of her 20,000 subscriber popularity. She would relentlessly argue with other people about her legitimacy as a creator. Sometimes she'd make entire videos ranting against her comment section. It was clear that this kind of stuff got to her.
And to allow your 10-year-old brother to watch cancers such as Leafy shows how much of a f***ed up sister and person you are.
Oh, wow.
Alright, Chris, please do us all a favor and open your
I wonder if this is actually a gameplay of playing Black Ops, or did she steal this from YouTube? Because a lot when niggas used to actually play Call of Duty and shit, like niggas was stealing that shit off the bat. Also, speaking of which, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is the most best Call of Duty there is. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if someone says BO2 is better. No, BO3, and I stand by it, is better. Stop hiding from nostalgia.
Years before you tell me to shut up. You
like, bro, literally, they have everything that you needed. Double jump and everything. Now the rest of Call of Duty now is Loki with the shit. I'm not gonna hold you, but still.
Clearly didn't listen if you're accusing me of being a f***ed up person and accusing me of allowing my brother to watch Leafy.
I'm sorry, but she know damn well she ain't playing this bullshit. It's no way in hell.
I'm not a controlling
She is not that good, my nigga.
person. Policing your siblings and treating them like you're
she probably got one of her fucking boyfriends or some shit, or best friend to fucking play this, and like she just put it on the video.
Would make you shitty. Now, I know your IQ is below 20, but at least try your best to use your brain before commenting. It's the least you could do.
Damn.
This weirdo slid in my DMs telling me I have potential and that my channel is gonna blow up.
Damn.
Now, if you're stuck in 2016 calling people Leafy clones, you need to reevaluate your sad life.
That excerpt is from an old video made by the YouTuber Simply Dad, someone who would go on to become friends with Madame in early 2019. And what he notes about her behavior is very interesting. In an interview, Simply Dad recollects—
I'm not gonna lie, can Madame actually like draw though? Because if she is, I mean, I give her credit for that. I guess she knows how to fucking draw.
Madame would kind of be all over the place.
Is this nigga in the closet right now? Hey, low key, that's a grind right there. Niggas grinding in the closet, just making videos. That's dedication.
Well known she was flirting with another YouTuber known as Muggy, but at the same time she was flirting with other commentary YouTubers, saying if things didn't work with Muggy, she would get with them. She got into calls with YouTubers bigger than her, immediately asking to collab, and those who did usually ended up s***ing her and getting her nudes.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what?
Her, saying if things didn't work with Muggy, she would get with them. She got into calls with YouTubers bigger than her, immediately asking to collab, and those who did usually ended up s***ing her and getting her nudes.
She was moving like that. Okay, that's fucking weird. Okay, that's what we're doing. So she's basically sexualizing herself so she can get up to the top, which is not that's not a non-common factor, because people do that all the time. They feel like they got to do something so they can get on the top. It's basically selling your soul.
I talked to another commentary channel known as OG Lofi, who did not date her, but was around when she was active, and his stories seem to echo the sentiment.
He looks like yeah.
Yeah, so she dated Muggy, dude, and like
this nigga looks young as hell too.
I only talked to bro a handful of times. We had a couple of friends in common, but anytime like she came up, because she cheated on Muggy with Loki.
Really? Holy
yeah, like they were doing.
Loki was a fairly new commentary channel with almost 200,000 subscribers.
Like Easting. And I remember because he was bragging to me about getting Madam's nudes.
Wow.
And so yeah, he was like, yeah, actually he did show them to me. I didn't want to be shown this. I had adamantly been like, no, I don't want to see this chick's news. It was not meant for my eyes. Like, to be clear, I was not a participator in trying to spread this. I was very, very against it, but he still like pulled them up on call, and I was just like, dude, like, fuck off. Like that, I don't want to see that.
I guess also I think Tom commented this, that like Turkey Tom, that she would like try to flirt with everyone and tell them specifically like, oh, if things don't work out with—
That's low-key the other thing too. Like, I mean, she ain't shit. I'm not gonna hold you because she was cheating and stuff like that. But still, though, I feel like when you get someone's body and some shit like that, once again, I don't think you should leak that shit because that's wild. But then again, she did it to herself because you shouldn't have cheated. And two, like, nigga, you sent it to a person that you probably just met. So hey, that's low key her fault once again.
Muggy, I'll just you a vidcon, maybe a vidcon or something.
He was
fucking sexting. Oh wow.
a huge clout chaser. Like that is something that I really
Loki, I don't know if that's TOS, but you two, I'm sorry.
you remember because she tried to like hit on Scrubby, but Scrubby blew her the off. Yeah, actually, yeah, Scrubby vaguely mentioned something about that in a conversation. I remember like she was like trying to hit on everybody at the time, and I guess the only person who was down bad enough was Loki.
First of all, I find this interesting because it paints
How old was she in this though? That they're not telling us the age range once again.
two very different pictures. On one hand, Madame abhors the idea that she's only known for
The idiot is the back again. Maybe it's because people are saying my voice ginger is why I have subs. So this person is making a point that they can use men to get subs. You know, a fairly simple point that gender doesn't equal subs. I'm not gonna hold you. Gender kind of does. I'm not trying to even be that sexist dude or some shit like that. But low key, nigga, I seen it all. Like low key, like every time when a female or something like gets up, it's always the gooner men that tries to go like, you know, like, oh my god, you're so cute or some shit like that. It's always the gooner men because most of the time, most of their catalog are men. Like, I mean, it's some YouTubers, some female YouTubers that have female supporters and male supporters, but majority of the time, it's the male supporters being weirdos. I'm not gonna hold you, but hey.
her gender and tries to prove she's not. On the other hand, it seemed like she was wielding her gender, directly using it as a way to get a step up the ladder.
And that's the other thing too. She's saying all of that, but she's being a hypocrite of that because like she's still putting her out because of that. Like what the hell? She's still doing that.
Either of these motivations usually make sense, but both at the same time, that to me indicates a total obsession with attention and clout. And this is a conclusion I draw from some of the stories I've been told. To me, it almost seems like she went too far to try and further her career.
He was honestly sending them to anybody that she could use in the future, because from what I heard, that there were several people who had these news that she personally sent them to.
Oh shit.
I remember Cyrus mentioning that
Cyrus. That's a relic.
was being weird to him. But like
This is
you know,
when he
Cyrus
was underage.
young. Yeah.
This is when he was like underage.
Really? So she knew Cyrus. Oh wow.
Underage.
Oh, wait, how old was... I don't even know how old Madame would have been back then.
So I was around 18 or 19 at the time, and she was like 20, 21. Like she was a legal drinker.
She was like 21, 22.
Yeah, because like she was able to drink before Scrubby was, and Scrubby was a year older than me.
Wasn't Cyrus like 14?
So when I met Cyrus, I was 18 and he was like 15. Yeah, he was 15.
I know she used to constantly like playfully flirt with Shriga, who was much more underage than she was.
Oh damn.
I think he was like 14, 15 at the time. It wasn't like she was interested in anything. It was she's saying it's kind of like keep him on her side. She's done that with a lot of people.
So she flirted with them.
One of the people that Madame tried to flirt with was the commentary YouTuber Scrubby. Madame and Scrubby met back in a VC in 2019, and according to Simply Dad, she begged him for a Fortnite collab video. Scrubby kind of just ignored her and was working on some other stuff, and Madame became so enraged by this that she concocted a secret plan to ensnare him. A few days later, she would...
She mad 'cause she got turned down. Then all he said was no, and she got upset.
Send two girls to flirt with Scrubby and Simply Dad.
Really?
After this, Madame would confront Scrubby and accuse him of being a pedophile because these girls were underage. This is despite the fact that, first of all, the girl...
She low-key set that nigga up like that. That's fucked up. That's wait, hold on. That nigga has 1 point. Oh, I was tripping. I thought that like, no, wait, that nigga low-key known. Nigga got 89 mil. Goddamn.
Claimed they were adults and only changed their ages after. And secondly, Scrubby also never reciprocated any of the flirting and just ignored them. But that was enough basis for her to falsely smear Scrubby as a pedophile to multiple other people.
Damn.
Obviously, it's a strangely vengeful move for what was such a nothing burger.
Because she tried accusing Tom of being friends with Scrubby. She tried accusing Scrubby of being a pedophile. She tried accusing me of being a pedophile. Like, she literally sent some chick to go hit on me and Tom and Scrubby, and she would lie about her age. And then, like, hit on us, come back to Madame. She tried to confront me, saying like, "Oh, you're a pedophile." I was like, "No, this person told me they were like 18." So, and she told Tom.
This is why you never date people on the internet. Now, see, sometimes it helps. I mean, sometimes people find their true love, but I feel like, hey, nigga, nah, because you never know what's going on.
14. Then she told Scrubby she was this age. So like, it's fucked.
My girlfriend says she's 18. Oh, but I met her on Roblox though. But it's weird. She kind of still lives with her mom, and also like her mom still like, you know, tell her to go to high school, like go to school or something. Not high school, middle school. It's kind of weird.
She
like what?
She wants to leech off of
Yeah,
me
Loki.
for
That story.
content
That story is kind of ass. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a better one. Yeah, my girlfriend's like 18, but like low key, she doesn't know what 2 times 3 is. Weird.
I made my video, you know, doing Fortnite with Simply Dad, making a video with Turkey Tom
2 times 3 is 6, by the way.
and Simply Dad. Imagine if she tried to do the same thing to Scrubby, but then Scrubby didn't want to do it because he just doesn't f with her. And like, look at me, I don't like her. I vocally said that I don't like her. I wouldn't take back what I said about my video, so now she's trying to say all this about me, right?
Oh damn.
She wants the content, and if she can't get it,
She
then
gonna do it her
immediately
way.
turn to this person's like an evil pedophile, baby killer, puppy kicker. Us saying that she's not lying. I even got her to admit that she was lying and said sorry. She tried to blame it on the 14-year-old, but I was like, dog, you're like friends with her. Like that's like the biggest giveaway. I was so sus of that person the moment I looked at the mutual friends, and I was like, oh, Ashley's a mutual friend. What is that? Very interesting.
Now, I don't mind if you take some of these statements with a pinch of salt. There's not much evidence, this happened years ago, details may have shifted over time, but everyone who I talked to behind the scenes seems to tell the same story. Madame acted as a sort of pick-me girl who used her status to climb to the top in any way she could. Far before her entanglements with the art community, Madame already had a negative reputation. Simply Dad's impression was that she was a content leech, who went above and beyond for petty revenge, trying to get attention by any means necessary. But how true would those words ring?
By any means necessary.
As we've seen, Madame was
by any means necessary.
desperate to become famous despite not having any content value or even work ethic that could justify that fame. So her route forward was through hopping on trends. In mid-2019, popular commentary and Reddit YouTuber Slazo
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of trendy things that a lot of people are doing, like even streamers, like they just looking at cases of other weird ass YouTubers or like true crime or something. Like that's a new trend now in 2025. People love watching reactions of other people, and that's why a lot of people are getting like so many trends, because once again, reaction videos are like low-key getting like crazy nowadays, and people used to hate them a lot.
accusations of sexual assault. Madame immediately jumped on it.
Wait, what?
Slazo faced accusations of sexual assault.
Wow.
Madame immediately jumped on it, making a video fuming about the few skeptics of Slazo's accusers.
Nigga, you don't
However,
even know
because
him.
of the stupid that people are saying, I just feel the need to debunk it because it really just hurts my heart for this poor girl. So first of all, there's some diehard Slazo fans / people that aren't even fans of him. I shouldn't even say people, the incels that aren't fans of him, but just despise women, so they're just on this poor girl.
After Slazo proved himself mostly innocent, Madame would subsequently sink into the background. She purged the tweets and videos about the situation quietly, and no one batted an eye. At least it played to her advantage this time that her audience cared about her voice more than her words, and that would carry her into the next trend. It was during 2019 that the meltdown of Onision had begun. Once a liked YouTuber for his quote-unquote funny videos, Onision had everyone turn on him after allegations of abuse arose. This would lead to some funny but staged mental breakdowns and videos, and it became a content gold rush. Madame was one of the first on the scene, making videos covering Onision's every move and gaining huge amounts of subscribers every step of the way. Again, the subscriber gain wasn't because of any real content value, apart from being leafy but a woman. This was because
I think the first thing you do if something crazy happens, I don't think you should break out and be going crazy, because like if something happens, I feel like you should address it immediately and just leave it as that. If people fuck with you, they fuck with you. If people don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
anyone who covered Onision.
But if they got like so much dirt on you, nigga, don't even say anything. You already cooked, my nigga. you cooked if you don't say anything. You cooked if you do say something, because they gonna think you're lying or some shit. So hey, at that point, just Shit ended, nigga.
was getting the adoration of his hate community, but anyone who covered him, including Madame, were facing issues. Onision was constantly taking false copyright claims and strikes against videos,
Damn.
either to profit off them or to make sure they weren't up.
Damn.
And Madame had had enough. She announced she would be suing Onision for these false copyright strikes by flying out to Washington.
Oh, damn.
I'm going to give updates about this entire process. I am suing him and
If you don't get this trash ass game away from my face right now, bro. Nigga got fucking Mercy with some maze running shit.
small claims.
Pissing me
I am
off.
suing him for approximately 1,500. Originally, I thought it would be 2,000.
Wait.
However, I am suing him for approximately 1,500. Originally,
1,500. 1,500. Nigga, what is 15? Well, then again, this is back in the day. That's probably give you some couple something.
I thought it would be 2,000. However, because he
I thought, like 1,500 now is just like, at that point, that's some dirt money now.
is also striking me twice, and my video is going down again, it can go up to
It still can get
2,000
you
or more
somewhere, though.
because of
Shit, I
the
wish I had
income that I am
1,000,
losing, so
1,500.
therefore this can increase with time. But as of now, I had my
Nah, actually though, like seriously, 1,500, my nigga. Like you might as well not sue him at that point, nigga. What you gonna do with 1,500? You gonna what? You gonna buy like you gonna buy some food, I guess, or like rent. I mean, I guess you could pay your rent. That's about it. What do you need 1,500 for? You like what?
roommate print out papers for me. Don't judge me. I don't have a printer here, so I asked him to do it when he was at work. And yeah, I have the King County papers ready to sue him in small claims. And it's going to be a
Really?
long process, and I am willing to go through it because you will not get away with this, period.
Help fund Onision being sued. FAQ below. Read before commenting. Are you allowed to show Patreon content? Yes, but it's limited. That's why I barely showed anything and
That's
mostly
what I'm
talked-
saying. Like Patreon is like for explicit and vulgar shit, right? That's what I'm like. That's the only thing I think of Patreon. It's just like another way of just doing OnlyFans. I don't get it.
about the content I saw. Patreon reviews are very much so a real thing, but it's limited. Are you allowed to talk about legal issues online? Yes, I simply explained what I learned about suing in small claims and publicly stated extra details. It's no secret that suing in small claims is a thing. I see no issue explaining it to my subscribers because if I were vague, donating would feel like a scam. At least
Really?
in my eyes. You deserve to know these details. Like I said in the video, any future
Nigga saying scam like she ain't a scammer herself.
progress I make will be updated to patrons only. I'm refraining from further public updates until I go to court. To the diehard anti-O's, this was fascinating. You have to keep in mind, this is before Chris Hansen really got involved in the situation and Onision tried to take him to court.
Wait, this that big? Chris Hansen got involved? How did I not hear about? I was probably a kid. Wait, this is 2019. 2019, I was in 7th grade or beginning of, like in the middle year of 6th grade going into 7th grade. But still, I was like a jit. But that's still crazy. This case was that big that nigga Chris Hansen got involved? Oh, shit.
This was a move for legal action against Onision in the blossoming of the entire situation.
That nigga cracked down a YouTuber. Damn.
But looking back in hindsight, there are a few glaring issues. Obviously, no one raises funds for a lawsuit through Patreon. That in itself is incredibly dodgy and non-committal, and it's near impossible to refund people if it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Additionally, it's hard to even discern whether Madame would be able to win the case against Onision. At least with the specific video, she did use Onision's Patreon, which is paywalled content.
Oni who?
I'm not against her doing it, but from my admittedly primitive knowledge of copyright law,
Alright, low key, I mean, even if he is a weirdo or not, who the fuck named himself Oni-sans? Like Oni-chan? Oni-sans. What's the meaning of it?
doubt she'd be able to defend it in court. Regardless, she had announced it, made several videos discussing it, and said it was going to happen. As the months rolled by, Madame would rise from around 20,000 subscribers in late 2018 to being on the precipice of 50,000, having doubled her sub count. Her videos regularly went past the 100k view mark. It seemed like her newfound audience finally appreciated her for who she was.
She probably was
Madame
getting money
had,
too,
through a
that-
godsend
that-
of pure luck, made it. But there were still doubts hanging around. For one, the Onision situation wouldn't last forever. Eventually, people would move on, and what would happen to Madame then? Not only that, but as time went on, her updates about the Onision lawsuit became less and less frequent.
Oh my god, I remember that. Dude, that was so weird to me. It was immediately when I saw her making
Is
videos
this her
about that and
friend?
talking about that. It was obviously just a thing to get her like just relevant because
Bro,
everybody knows
old
that you
friend?
get into drama.
Ex-friend?
That's
Whatever?
how you boost your
Boyfriend?
I don't think she was ever actually planning on that. She mentioned like lawyers, this and that, but there was never any actual proof of her doing anything besides maybe like a free consultation you can Google set up.
People started to become anxious, and the tipping point came soon after.
Silmers.
Slimer's Cryotic was a 15-year-old artist who had most of her following on Instagram. She was also a fan of Madame's content.
Hey, W Night in the Woods PFP. Unless he's a weirdo, then fuck you. But W Night in the Woods PFP. I look, you want to play that game on here. I'm not gonna lie. Jacksepticeye I played. I watched Jacksepticeye I played like a long time ago. Night in the Woods.
Who gained her attention after she posted some fan art.
Hey, do you do commissions open? I love how you drew me, and I wonder if you be down to make a few skills and a different expression and stuff for videos. I'm gonna use gameplay, but occasionally I love to express myself with your art. Let me know your prices if you're open to that.
Madame would soon become friends with Slimers, commissioning her for some character stills she could use in her videos. Unfortunately, Slimers, being only 15, didn't have a PayPal to accept payment.
One thing to make clear is whether Madame knew Slimer's age is still a doubt. Madame and Slimer's talked enough that it would seem obvious to be digital claim. No DM has been shown of direct acknowledgement of age, so I'm playing it safe and emphasizing more on the doxing part.
So the two agreed that Madame would pay her through credit. Now, payment via credit or exposure is particularly frowned upon in the art community and for good.
I don't have PayPal, sadly, but I wouldn't mind drawing you since I'm a big fan of yours. So, wait, so you want me to make a persona and change expressions? I could do that. Oh, I appreciate that so much. I'd feel bad if I didn't do something back for you. Can I plug your Instagram in a video and something in return or something? Yeah, that's good. That's good as paying
good
back.
Reason. It's essentially artists giving their work for a profit that isn't guaranteed. If the videos and the channel subsequently flop, then you basically get nothing out of it. And especially for multiple
low key though, drawing this at 15, yo, bro's a good artist. Holy shit.
Stills, this
bro definitely deserved to get a commission or some shit.
Incredibly generous for Slimers to do, but at the end of the day, this
I don't
was
have
an alternative.
to pay. I don't
Slimers
have PayPal.
Didn't have a method for payment, and both parties ultimately agreed on this. While Slimers was working on the stills, having done only 1 or 2, Madame decided to take and use them for her next video's thumbnail. The issue is that whilst doing this, she had not credited Slimers at all. The entire center of Madame's payment method, and she hadn't even done it. Noticing this, Slimers posted a comment and an Instagram story saying,
"Been working for Madame lately. I haven't gotten credit in the description though, but it's okay." That is exciting.
That she would like to be credited, but her comments were nowhere near inflammatory, with her even remarking how it was nice that her art was in a Madame video. This led to a private conversation between Madame and Slimers. Okay, firstly, you should DM me, because by the off chance I stop reading YouTube comments, then I wouldn't have seen. I'm just gonna give credit instead of a verbal shout out. Whatever you prefer is fine by me. Also, what's strange is you respond to the thumbnail here, but then just now ask me to do this? But okay, take your credit. The shout out then, lol. I wanted to pay you anyway. Shout out / credit was because you didn't have a PayPal. No one credits their commission unless it's free / complimentary by the artist. Then of course credit, which was the plan, but okay, I got you. I mean credit in the description of your videos. Yeah, that's the plan. I said I got you. Boom, done.
Yo, low key, I would be shocked. Well, never meet your heroes. This is what they tell you. Never meet your heroes, because this is exactly why I never meet your fucking heroes, because that's crazy. What the fuck?
Just DM me, because I stopped reading comments after 48 hours.
Oh,
Thank
nah.
you, that's all I wanted. Not hating, but it was just a thing I would like. Not angry, just letting you know. Yeah, of course, but it's kind of wacky you wouldn't just DM me after we've had phone calls and stuff. Yeesh. By the off chance I stopped reading
like, he's trying to play it cool, and she's still lashing out on this nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Like, what would you expect? Had this been commented a day later, I wouldn't have seen it. I just got weirded out. You wouldn't tell me directly, but alright. Haha, OMG, I have an idea. Lol, you could sign a contract with my merch agents and take a cut from it. But you need a PayPal or whatever. But yeah, just a thought for the future. No, it's okay. There's nothing else you can do for me currently. I'm going to college next year, so one day I could get a PayPal.
So
but I wouldn't mind working for you currently at all. I'm doing this all out of joy and fun. Yeah, since you told people to come after me and comment on my social media about crediting you, even though I literally agreed on giving you a verbal shout out, then we discussed long-term crediting, my about section, etc. I don't want to work with you anymore. It's apparent you're still talking about me, or telling people, because now I'm getting recent comments about it. So bye. Thanks for making fan art. You seemed nice at first.
Wow.
Actually, could we just discuss this normally instead of running off like this? Those were my friends. I told them to apologize sooner. I also have friends, you know. I never wanted to attack you. Obviously, we both did a mistake together. I'm pretty sure if your stuff wasn't credited, you would vent about it a little, at least. I understand it was messed up for me to comment it, but it was never an attack. I told you simply and calmly and we discussed things, instead of making
Now, Loki, imagine she starts still using this nigga's art too. Like, that's so fucked up. Imagine like she's still using like his art in a video or something. That's so crazy.
an announcement or possibly saying something, he got angry at me and blocked me on Discord. So could we please just talk normally instead of running off? It's worse leaving things on a sour note. But if you do not want to work with me, that's okay. But please, for the love of God, do not say something like, oh, one of my artists sent their fans to attack me or make a video. I never wanted this to happen at all. I understand that you had terrible experiences with other people or artists, but one oopsie.
Now, see, this is, I feel like you shouldn't have said that because now she got an idea to saying that her artist set up her up or some shit.
Doesn't mean they're a scum forever. Literally stop talking to me. I've never in my life worked with someone so unprofessional. Commenting instead of DMing someone that you have personal contact with, making posts on a second Instagram account and sending people after me. Literally never talk to me again. Block me. Leave me alone. You mean when I said I hope I get credit next time in my story? I can show you it if you'd like. I don't watch your stories. This is according to some comment on my channel. Do you want me to show you? I can. I actually said don't attack her at the next slide.
I really feel like low key, this is like rage bait before rage bait was a thing. Like what she's doing is some whole shit. Is she still famous?
Didn't have a PayPal when I asked for prices. You were like, no, I'm a fan. I want to make these. And I said, no way. I would feel bad. Let me verbally shout you out. Then I forgot to credit in a description whilst working on my video you were going to get that shout out from. I have made it right. DM'd you instead of commenting on your public
That bitch
posts.
is probably lying.
Then you send people after me. You're the most unprofessional prick I've ever worked with. I'm never texting you again.
Bye.
Actually, why do you keep acting like I want to cancel you? Seriously, are you always this angry and short-tempered when something like this happened? I know I sound like a jerk, but I'm literally trying to talk things out, and you keep ragging at me.
Like,
I even
what the
told
hell?
you I was going to show you the post because it clearly wasn't an attack. I wanted to let others know who I worked for. I cannot control my following and it sucks, but it was never meant to be hate. That's why I'm talking to you personally. We literally talked things out a moment ago and you're bringing it up as if it was a problem.
Yeah.
I even apologized for saying it in the comments. I hope the irony isn't lost on you that this is a commentary channel, a Leafy clone gunning for the head of someone and holding them responsible for the actions of their audience. As if your videos where you bully people don't have a worse effect or encourage people to do it more.
Oh?
Madame probably could have held out on those negative comments if she just waited like a day and logged off, or just not read the comments at all. Yet she's having this impulsive and childish reaction. After these DMs, Madame would retitle the videos.
Nah, low key though, that's her fault once again because she let those you never read like don't get me wrong, you probably read a few comments or some shit saying, oh my god, I love your YouTube channel and stuff like that, and you do like that stuff like that. But if you get like one little hate comment, you get tempered like that. Nah, you ain't fit for this field because that's insane, my nigga. But yeah, that's low-key 100% her fault. Because how do you forget to credit someone for doing your thumbnail? Because as you can see in my thumbnails when I do gaming videos, I always shout out my boy Sword because Sword like is always like making my thumbnails for like my gaming videos and stuff, and that's a W. But yeah, you can't just forget like that because once again, this is like it takes a lot of work and effort for their hands, and like you really not gonna credit them? That's fucked up.
Description to credit an unprofessional. And a few days later, she published the video talking about Slimers, rehashing much of the same.
And once again, nigga, she a grown ass woman acting like this. This bitch is probably like, this happened. She's 21 in this era. She probably like 25, 26 or some shit right now.
DMs. This video actually opens with an infamous skit where
Grown
Madame
ass
calls
woman
the
acting
police
like
on
this.
furries that were harassing her.
911, what's your emergency? Hello? There's furries after me. There's furries lying about me. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm getting
I promise I'm not gonna get canceled again. That's this shit.
attacked. What do I do? This is an emergency. Okay, I need you to calm down. You are speaking too fast. What is the problem? Okay, I'm sorry, but what I'm trying to say is that there's thousands of furries attacking me based on fabrications. What do I do? Yeah, I don't really know. It's just some random furries that are making fabrications about me. So, well, what do I do? They're saying I'm canceled. They're saying they're gonna sue me or have me sued, and they wish that I get sued.
Though it's obviously satirical in nature, it does represent Madame's views in her video, as she accused Slimers of harassing her. Total victim complex. The most that Slimers did was ask her friends on her private Instagram vent account to comment on Madame's video asking for credit. Maybe it wasn't the best method to get someone's attention, but
So they say something and it goes out the other ear and you hear something else. They want me dead. hey, can you please just tell him to credit my friend, please? Like, cause like he really worked hard on those thumbnails and like low key, well not thumbnails, like he really worked hard on those art things so she could put in a video. And on top of that too, he didn't even care about the credit. We just want the credit for him because he low key was going crazy on those things, and just for her to not put him in there, like, come on, man, like could you just do that at least? Meanwhile, her, oh my god, they want me to die.
Again, this person's 15. It kind of makes sense.
And even if, oh yeah, that's the other thing too, nigga. You acting like this to a 15-year-old, my nigga. You're talking crazy like this to a 15-year-old, not knowing your age. A 15-year-old, my nigga. You call him a stupid, fucking, like incel and shit. At a 15-year-old is insane. That is crazy, my nigga.
Madame didn't know about Slimer's real age, as people have debated. I don't get how he.
Oh wait, the excuse. Oh, she didn't know about his age. Once again, you're not supposed to talk like that to anyone that helps you or work for you, dickhead.
Commentary channel who bases their entire identity on one of the internet's.
The bitch got bleach and motherfucking cigarettes. Well, I don't know what that's supposed to be, a joint or and bleach, but still. Choking that bleach.
Biggest bullies is crying about comments and having this impulsive and childish reaction. If Madame resolved the issue, said it was a mistake, and then not read the comments for a bit and logged out for a day,
you'd be cool.
This all could have been avoided. Then Madame jumped.
Like Mr. B's literally get hate comments every fucking day, and you think that nigga cares? No, that nigga's rich. The fuck?
On Instagram to accuse Slimers of lying about a past sexual assault. There was no proof to support this claim, and Slimers refute this by sending legal papers to the art YouTuber Noni. This situation had just gone from 0 to 100 in a matter of days.
So she a narcissist.
Much like other art commentary YouTubers, Noni was stunned at how fast Madame was just digging her own grave. Other creators like Creepshow Art tried to tell her to cut it out, before abandoning ship after she didn't listen to their advice. It seemed as the days rolled by, Madame's comments about Slimers being unprofessional continued to age worse and worse. One night, Madame was on Instagram bragging about her bank account when she remembered some.
And see, that's the other thing about being famous too. Well, I don't know if she's famous, but obviously if you made a video about her, she has to be somewhat famous. But once again, she's this like if you acting like this, a grown ass woman on top of that too, you're doing this around your fans, my nigga. You're just gonna get more and more hate, and on top of that, more people know you too, so they could just keep on ridiculing you on your Instagram. They will literally try to find you. Like, that's insane.
From her past conversation with Slimers. Whilst they were trying to sort out payment, Madame and Slimers decided to trade phone numbers. Now,
really?
Madame felt that everything.
And that's the other thing too, because now this nigga got. Yeah, fuck.
Was fair game. She first offered and then posted Slimer's phone number. Thankfully, the number was a Google Voice number.
57212.
Meaning that not everything could be tracked from it, but.
Wait, what? What did that say? Apparently, it's a fake number, so don't worry. I forgot to mention, they lied and told me they didn't have a number, but then while making the stills, gave me a number, and I asked her, like, oh, did you get one? Since when? And they avoided my question so hard, I changed the topic, and I really thought that I was really weird. Wait, what? Compulsive liars suck. So please don't worry, it's fake. You can try it anyway if you like. It's fake, just the compulsive liar herself.
Number. Thankfully, the number was a Google Voice number, meaning that not everything could be tracked from it, but the intention was clear. Okay, usually this is the part of the video where I drop the intermission and tell you to subscribe, but I actually have stuff to tell you about. We have a new Discord server. Join below, link in the description. Everyone against her. This situation has escalated from a tiny dispute over credit to an attempted doxing. And the only person to blame for this escalation was Madame herself.
Wow.
They shouldn't have gotten anywhere near career-ending heights, but thanks to her own pettiness, malice, and inability to let things go, it did. And the backlash from this was immense. Madame's video on Slimers would gain 24,000 dislikes and criticism from everyone. Just as she had hit the 50,000 subscriber mark, she went back under, losing 4,000 subscribers in a matter of days. But instead of taking a step back, Madame only seemed to keep her foot on the gas as she drove her career further into the ground. Amongst all the criticism, a few people went out and started trolling her. She'd been a big fan of the rapper XXXTentacion.
Whoa. Hey, X wouldn't support this shit. Don't do my boy X like that. Like look, that's my goat. That's my goat, nigga.
Even making a cover to one of his songs.
I can't play it because.
But more relevant to this situation, Madame had made some art of XXXTentacion when he died. Another 15-year-old kid decided to go back through a post and comment he.
Nah, I got beef with you. You beefing with my artist. You bitch ass nigga. Ooh. My friend saw a comment. Oh my god, condoning murder. I posted happy birthday to post to a man that passed away due to murder, and he commented, "Lo, he's dead." So Lo, your friend's dead. Go make a video about this loser. I'm glad it happened. Learn not to condone murder.
When he died. Another 15-year-old kid decided to go back through a post and comment he's dead on this post.
His exact words on my archive post about a man that died. Lo, he's dead, yet he's out here reacting to someone else's death. Disrespect the man and karma comes around. Lo, she's dead. Doesn't it feel good? Does it feel good? Does it?
In response, she went through his post and made fun of his close friend who died. Obviously, there's a huge difference between making fun of the death of a controversial public figure who you listen to versus making fun of the death of a private citizen and close friend. Then this person brought up that Madame had previously made a video.
I mean, it's fucked up. Don't get me wrong. It's fucked up that it's someone that passed away in your personal life versus someone that you don't know that passed away as a, because regardless, death is death. Death shouldn't happen whatsoever regardless. So like, they're both wrong because he's wrong for making fun of a man that died, and she's wrong for making fun of someone that he knew. They're both in the wrong. So once again, that's fucked up.
About how
two wrongs don't make it right.
High school,
but still, I don't like how she supports X. I don't fuck with that, but because she's a weirdo herself, so I don't like that.
Showed her a recording of a special needs student in a sexual act as a way to bully him.
She actually uploaded like all of her Snapchats from freshman year. Like she saved all of them and then she put it in a playlist called like my freshman year. And like I remember she linked me this video and she was like, "Hey, remember this?" And she put like,
once again, she's not playing this game. I know she got a boy or some shit pick me ass nigga to do this, because I'll be damned if she actually knows how to play this game.
A little laughing emoji, so I click on it and it's literally the Snapchat of him getting off to Pony. And I was like, holy sh**, you actually uploaded that. That's not something you put on YouTube, but I didn't tell her that. I just sent her a laughing emoji and that was that. I mean, we don't talk anymore because I don't go to that school, but still, like, Jesus.
So of course, Madame followed that up by
you slandered me for the sake of slandering. You're honestly so fucking dumb, because now I get the pleasure of suing you. Oh, here we go about suing. I had mercy many months. Even the slander is wrong. I never wanted to pursue anything, but since you want to continuously harass me over social media and this outcome, you claim to have evidence, to fabricate evidence all the time, stamps of you making slanderous claims are being documented. My agents tonight and I will be filing the defamation complaint. I really do hope appeal it, because I love to take you to court. I hope your legal guardians have a lot of money. Cheers. So you need to tell me that you're suing a person over something that happened because of the fact that you reacted in a way that it's people, it's the internet. You know they're gonna say some crazy shit about dead artists and stuff like that. But for you to say something back to him, that makes you wrong too. And you suing him for getting I mean, it goes both ways. That's controversial. If y'all agree, I don't agree for none of them. But two wrongs don't make it right, in my opinion.
Doing with him on Instagram and threatening him with a lawsuit. Madame's rampage finally came to an end when she stated that she had to delete her social media, was now homeless, and had no internet.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Remember, she was flexing her bank account a couple.
If you don't have internet, why are you on Reddit? Who are you, in your friend's house or some shit? Do you what?
A couple of weeks ago. Additionally, this rest period gave content creators the opportunity.
And if she homeless, how does she have a phone? Because her phone would be off unless she's on a Wi-Fi. No, her phone would be completely off, right? Unless you even if you're on Wi-Fi.
To make videos on her actions and reflect on the past. It was during this point that another question came to those who were speculating. What happened to the Onision lawsuit? Updates on it had been thinning out, and considering that Madame had scammed someone out of their payment, YouTubers such as Repsion were suspicious. How did the money get there? How was it handled? I mean, people claimed that $100 patrons would get her nudes, and is that really an appropriate perk alongside lawsuit funding?
Did you ever hear about the where she said $100 patrons get nudes?
Once again, this is what I'm saying. I see Patreon. I said this in the beginning of the video. Patreon is just filled with horn dogs. Literally, this is OnlyFans before OnlyFans was a thing, my nigga. Like, Patreon is literally just something to sell your... Yeah.
What the
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, some guy came into my server with a screenshot of their DM conversation. I don't know if it looks real or not because it's on a Android and the resolution is small, but she's like $100 Amazon card for your next month's pledge, and I'll send you old nudes I took a few months ago. Would be interesting.
Oh, my god! Fresh off the press, new ones.
This is insane. I know people actually bought this shit. It's like the controversy with Little Tay. Like, yeah, she's weird for starting like fresh. She didn't even give life a chance. She turned 18 and doing OnlyFans, but like low key, you can get mad at her, but also you can also get mad at the weirdos that are buying it, that are knowing down. They pushing 50, 40, married, all types of stuff. I'm still mad. Like, how the fuck did she get a meal? I wish I could have a meal. What the fuck?
So you get some old...
Bitch got a meal, and the hell? I turned 18. I'm just. Bro, I like doing YouTube, so yeah. I turned 18 and graduated. She turned 18, started OnlyFans, millionaire. She probably was already a millionaire before then, because she was doing this shit since she was 10, but still.
I heard apparently $100 patrons would get her nudes. Is that true?
A few.
On October 9th,
what did you just say?
Apparently $100 patrons would get a nude.
Oh, I thought she paid. I thought he paid for it.
A few.
On October 9th, 2019, Madame uploaded Apology for Everything, which wasn't an apology at all. This
nigga saying apology for everything. Weak ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Title, again borrowed from Leafy, was the prelude to a 2-hour-long video that's 30-minute gameplay and 1 hour 30.
Hey Loki, this is out of pocket, but well, not out of pocket, but what games are like for someone who doesn't play games? I think I watched this before. I'm not gonna hold you.
Leafy was the prelude to a 2-hour-long video that's 30-minute gameplay and 1
Wait,
hour.
is that Chris? Is that who's that? No.
Leafy was the
Yo, Loki. I give that nigga props. Like, he's still a weird ass nigga, but that nigga got on a Chris. Like, I never seen a YouTuber on Chris Hansen. That's insane, my nigga. Like, I'll give you props. You that weird that Chris Hansen had a step foot. You a weird ass nigga.
Prelude to a 2-hour-long video that's 30-minute gameplay and 1 hour 30 black screen. Everyone saw that and said, if you're not putting effort in your video, I'm not watching it. And besides it rambled on for ages about other topics, mostly the harm of cancel culture in general, which these types of people tend to do after they get in drama, despite peddling the same sentiment for years. Besides, this video wasn't up for long and they get in drama, despite peddling the harm of cancel culture in general, which these types of people tend to do after they get in drama.
Okay, so the people... These are the people that got into drama and that she's basically cherry picking. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Shane Dawson is a weird ass nigga. I don't like him. PewDiePie also a weird ass nigga. I don't like him. Logan Paul, that nigga is weird ass. He's a weird ass nigga too. Oni-san, weird ass nigga. I don't know what Jeffree Star did. Repson, who Repson? What did he do? Tell me what he did. But yeah. Shane Dawson, PewDiePie, yeah.
Despite peddling the same sentiment for years. Besides, this video wasn't up.
Oh, and Jake Paul. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Anyways, Madame used these same stills she got from Slimers without credit, leading to Slimers' mom stepping in and issuing a copyright strike. The only real thing in this video that wasn't mentioned before, or is actually important, is that Madame states she will no longer be updating people on a lawsuit due to people questioning her intent.
This experience makes me not want to release any further updates about my lawsuit until the internet is ready to give up the guilty until proven innocent mentality.
I'm sorry, she's still pissing me off at the fact that this is not her footage. And if it is, hey, good to her, but like still, she's stealing footage from people. It's making me mad.
And while in my last Onision video, I did touch on the fact that I made some mistakes and whatnot, but
I apologize for this fuck ass Modern Warfare or whatever game this is. You're not playing this, bro.
And like just go through the entire process of how this happened and why, and talk about why suing in small claims is so important for small creators and all these things. But honestly, after this experience, I feel like I don't owe it to anyone. Even though it would have made a really good video, as of now, I just don't owe anyone anything. From this day forward, I refuse to give an update about the—
You owe to a lot of people. You still owe that credit to that one person that drew all your shit, and you should also give credit to the people that, once again, that you made fun of him, of like, the hell?
Lawsuit. Expect no video from me even if I successfully sue him. Maybe one day people will change and then I can share to the world something inspiring that can inform and help other small creators. But until then, expect nothing.
Her inspiration is probably gonna be some Patreon shit, and then yeah, that's about it.
Again, this is a strange comment to make, especially when showing the receipts for small claims court is pretty easy to prove. The more this went on, the more it seemed like Madame had just scammed the entire community. Rumors started spreading around that she hadn't used the money for a lawsuit, but instead flew to Washington to see a concert. And amidst all this, Onision would recognize the whole situation and take a victory lap of sorts. In all this insane drama, Onision had been made to look good.
Oh shit. Chapter 5, Driftwood.
On the 30th of October 2019, Madame posted a video titled "The art community has a lying problem," in which she accuses her merchandise artist of going after her.
I got an email from my Fanfiber agent in regards to the art that I paid for, and he stated that—
I'm gonna make a lot of niggas mad when I say this, but low-key, I do not like Overwatch. I'm not saying that because Moral Rivals came. I just never liked it. I wasn't a fan of it. I'm sorry.
The artist is trying
now,
to—
this is something that I do believe that she plays on a daily, because I don't fuck with Overwatch really.
Get my art—
I know people gonna get mad at me, but hey, it's my opinion, man.
Off of my merch site because I apparently don't have permission to use it. So I had to get all the screenshots of this artist sending me the art, and then our conversation logs where we discuss the commercial use and that they're completely cool with it and how excited they were for their art to be on a merch site. On top of that, I had to provide screenshots of my PayPal transaction with this person because, like I said, I paid for this art. The artist knew that it was for a merch site. They were excited about it going live and even said they wanted to purchase a hoodie for themselves when it went
showing
live.
3 screenshots.
So I had to
for this
showcase
video,
those screenshots on top of the PayPal transactions and be like, yo, this is my art, I paid for it. What would motivate someone to lie about this? Why I think this person lied is because they saw that it could get them a lot of attention. I think that they saw what happened to the person that made up an entire story about me and fabricated everything, including evidence. And it's quite sad that people do this, but that's besides the point. They saw that that person gained a lot of, I guess, like, attraction, or what do I fucking call this? The liar gained a lot of publicity for it. So the artist that I commissioned, like I said for the millionth time, that knew this was for my merch, that said their art is for commercial use, or their commissions are for commercial use. You get the point. So why would they lie about this when they got payment and everything was fine? I think it was for attention. So now they're fabricating a story that they were never paid and I didn't have permission to sell it as my merchandise and all this stuff, and claiming that I mistreated them and all this when that's not true. I find this quite sad.
The artist in question, Makafua, responded to the video in a Twitter thread. In this thread, she states that she chose not to associate with Madame after the Slimer situation, and in response, Madame would remove her credit. Pretty petty stuff. Makafua responded by trying to take down only the icon art that Madame used, none of the merch. She claims there was nothing she did with Fanfiber, and challenged Madame on why she didn't show the supposed email sent in the first place. Additionally, in Madame's video, she shows Makafua's private business email, again leaking more personal information. On the same day, the YouTuber Repsion would drop a 45-minute video on Madame. In this, he drops DMs, holds her accountable, and most importantly, questions the lawsuit. As Repzion had been in legal issues with Onision before, he was the perfect person to give his perspective on this, and the issue became far more known. We also learned that after Madame's video on Onision's Discord server, she publicly took shots at Repzion for doing the same premise. However, before the video was made, Madame had reached out to Repzion on copying him, and was given a whole Google Drive of his Patreon content. It seems she only went to Repzion because he reviewed the Google Drive before she did. But with Repzion's video posted, vital questions raised about the lawsuit, and unlikely possibility that refunds would be issued, how much did she get away with? Well, some people believed it was a couple of grand, Repzilla reported it was $7,000, others have come to me and said it was high as $20,000 or even $60,000. The reality is that to this day, we don't know how much Madame made off with, but we know she made off with something, and there was never any lawsuit. On the 8th of November 2019, Madame would take down all her Onision videos. By this point, she'd hit the 40,000 subscriber mark, meaning she had now lost 1/5 of her peak audience. A few days later, she would change her channel name to Princess Ash, which wouldn't do much to ease the channel decay. Madame's activity through December became sparse. For her, it may have seemed like the controversies were over and she'd weathered the storm. But that all changed on January 11th, 2020. It was on that day that Madame announced she was doing streams to raise money for charity, lending a hand following the recent fires in Australia. She would be doing the—
Damn. I already know where this is going. She made a thing, and after that, she stole the money. Damn.
streams with her friend and Discord co-owner, Wang, or God of Wang.
Alright guys, so I have a friend and his name is Lee.
What up?
And he lives in Australia, and he pinged me today in my private server and was like, hey, I have a proposition. And I was like, sure, not really expecting that it would be about Australia. And he said that we should do charity streams together. And I figured that we could not only do 2 charity streams on Twitch this Friday, but I could also do a video just spreading awareness. On top of that, all the revenue that I make in this video will be donated.
And although the stream went off well and money was raised, there was a lot of backlash in the comments. Madame hadn't given any updates on what was now widely accepted as a bogus lawsuit, and she was the person promoting a charity stream. They were rightfully skeptical. Updates were given 3 days later when someone would post on God of Wang's behalf. This person said that Wang was doing charity streams and only asked Madame to help because they were friends. The reality is that Madame made the video about the live stream in a bid to make herself look good. After it got backlash, she decided she wasn't going to help with the stream and dropped him as a friend. Madame would then go around and accuse Wang of being friends with a pedophile. The action that constituted such a horrific label, Wang's friend complimented the kid's character and called it cute. Again, do you see why so many people say that she tried to smear Scrubby?
So she's so quick to, like, when something doesn't go her way, she tries to put the point, she tries to, like, make everyone hate someone. Like, what the fuck?
Record, Wang's stream managed to raise $300 Australian, all of which went to charity. Unlike Madame, he was able to provide a proper paper trail, and seems more like a well-intentioned third party that was kind of taken advantage of.
Damn. Oh wow, lock your doors.
On January 16th, 2020...
That just got creepy. I don't like how dark my screen just got.
God of Wang would go into Repzilla's channel for an exclusive interview. As a former close friend of Madame, Wang's insight led to insane revelations about Madame as a person. The public generally saw her as a vindictive, shitty, manipulative doxer. Wang's claims made her look like an utter psychopath. Firstly, Wang discussed the whole situation with charity streams and her scams, revealing that Madame spent $4,000 on a Fendi purse. He also reveals that during 2019, there was another situation where Madame risked a controversy by stealing art like she
I'm sorry, you stole $4,000? You thought you was gonna get away with that shit? Let's be realistic here.
did with Slimers. Wang's intervention was the only reason she avoided that. But that's—
I do not like this sinister ass music. It's like, I'd be thinking something's behind me.
That's not what we're here for. It turns out that all the way back in 2018...
And this bitch writing in red like she's some type of demon. What the fuck? Okay, I DM the people who said, yes, shortly have it. And the person who lives there has tried to... What? Sent guys to my house with guns. All because he doesn't like Leafy content. Like he legit wants me dead. I am an 18-year-old woman. I don't need my life threatened. He also doxed me. Is this... Who is this? Madame? I thought they said she was 21 or something. He also doxed me and keeps trying to get access to my PayPal. Boys, feel free to get wait. Boys feel free to this hoe up. I'll give you his address and number.
Madame had falsely painted one of her ex-boyfriends as a stalker. She then used that as justification to post his phone number and send people to his house, posting a picture of them at his door to her Instagram. She also claimed she had already filed police reports against him, but according to Black Wolf Company, who checked for police reports...
Now your ass could go to jail because you said that you leaked his number, his address, and if he does die, that can circle all the way to you for trying to kill someone, because it's not self-defense at that point. It's just you
reports in the area. This was not true. Madame's behavior had gone far beyond online drama and credit. She was now endangering people's lives.
Yeah.
Well, I heard from the person in question and the friend of that person that Ash had actually hired people from the dark web to go to we'll call him X number one, to X number one's house to take photos. Now, that's from what I can see is true. There is Instagram stories from Ash saying, like, with that X number one's house, his phone number, his his city or town, and it wasn't even just.
Okay, I want to know how YouTubers do it. It's like a little tangent. Like, how do you get that little line and like put it in their videos, and like when there's someone speaking, you can just put that in. I'll look want to learn how to edit like that.
Like, it wasn't even a photo from like Google, like Earth, which scared them. It had recent Halloween decorations up, which you can't just get off the internet. You kind of got to go to the house to take photos.
Madame also previously vented on Discord about how she was going to
L nigga. Really? L nigga. Now see, L nigga could be a nigga, or it could be some type of white boy that doesn't know how to get off of Discord, and she could be like just talking. She probably says nigga. I'm not gonna hold you. I know she probably says nigga, but still. But like, regardless, L nigga. Wow, these are her friends.
The town of another ex-boyfriend to try and kill him. This time she was only talked down from the ledge by her Discord mods. I'm gonna do it. I was debating with myself about it, pretty much doing anything I could to think rationally. At this point, it's not irrational. It's just an uncontrollable urge. My life and his. I'm just gonna do it, LMFAO. I hope the situation gets massive online. Might make some sort of YouTube news. I never even cared about being on the news. I never understood why killers wanted clout for their actions. Lol, kinda gay. But yeah, I'm like, damn, I bet hella people will find out. Okay, bye, rant over. I'll miss you, sorry I can't control it. After Wang's interview, that was pretty much the end of Madame's relevance to the wider public. Of course, she would continue to make videos, first posting commentary and then moving to VR,
like she should.
but at that point, no one really cared.
And this bitch, watch, I'm not even surprised. That says Sniper Wolf.
Her channel continued to decay throughout the year, with a massive amount of interest in South Korean culture and media. Some have even said she took the Patreon money.
What is your For You page? Wait, hold on. Digital Negs, bro.
So that she could move to South Korea. Her last hurrah was the
what is this lineup for, like, inspiration?
Decimation of her career, when she was terminated in November 2020.
Oh,
in
damn.
fairness to her, I don't believe this was legitimate, but more just mass flagging her videos, and it only went through because this was COVID times, and YouTube left all their strike reports to bots.
Yeah. Yo, but that's still bad, though. Like, you need to tell me that bots know that you was that bad and they banned you like that? That means you was really a bad person. What the fuck?
Chapter 7. With us now looking over everything, what can we even make of Madame? Well, I'd like to bring you back to the beginning of this video, as I went over Madame's early life, her recollections, her unrealistic backstory, the lawsuit against the mental facility. I still don't believe that Madame really did.
Oh wait, did you even touch bases with the mental facility? I probably wasn't listening. We went one ear out the other because she's like low key, like she already did some crazy shit before.
Hitchhike and rebuild her life at age.
Honestly, it's not as crazy as most YouTubers though, doing some actual scandalous shit, like some like crazy shit. This shit's like mild. She's just a weirdo. She's just weird.
15,
but a weirdo that has clout.
I'm open to believing that she suffered from borderline personality disorder. It definitely adds to the swings and moods between being totally unhinged and neurotic to totally silent. But even if she does suffer from that, those who have it at least have their limits. Literally. I don't think Madame was particularly born evil.
And that's still not a fucking excuse. That is not an excuse to do what you do. Don't get me wrong. I do feel bad for you that you go through that, but that's not an excuse to be a bad person.
But for me, it's how her chasing for clout and wanting to become an idol completely transformed her. And
yeah, it's one thing. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, of course, a lot of people want to make it in life and stuff like that, but that's not the way to make it in life. The way she did it was stupid. It takes time to be it takes time to like get up there to be an idol, but yeah.
Showed everyone that she shouldn't have.
I was trying to do a message, but I low-key lost my train of thought. But just know that it takes time to be someone that you want to be. So just don't do what she did. It's stupid.
Have got it in the first place. Whilst it's important to acknowledge the origins of how people like this come about, it does not excuse them of their responsibility with their actions.
Literally.
When you leave,
and if you want to be an idol, you also gotta give motivation and guide the kids. You don't want your kids. You want the kids to be like you.
Behind a history of lying, doxing, scamming, threats, and attempts on people's lives, at some point you have to take the blame. No mental illness will make me overlook her endangering the lives of others.
Oh God! And on top of that too, like nigga, you got what you wanted. You're famous in the wrong way now. And your face is solicited on multiple videos. Low-key, my thumbnail might have your all right, I'm not gonna hold you, but still, now your face is on multiple videos for being a bad person.
Others on numerous occasions. But at least in her endless search for an identity that wasn't being just another Leafy clone or another woman making.
She got what she wanted. She's not a Leafy clone. She's a fucking weirdo.
Videos, she did cement her place in history. Her place of being totally overreactive, vindictive, and indeed psychotic. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe and stay toasty.
And thank you for making the video. And also like and subscribe and definitely share this with your friends. Low-key, this was an entertaining video. It is an hour and 9 minutes. About to be 10 minutes. Low-key, I wanted to get to 10 minutes because 10 minutes low-key sound cooler. But yeah, definitely check out this person. Like and subscribe and share this with your friends because yeah, this is a lot to. I didn't even know this person. I'm not gonna hold you. Nigga, in 2020, I was just playing the game. I was like, yay, I'm happy. I'm out of school. I just want to play the game. But yeah, definitely share with your friends. Like, subscribe. Tell me what you think was the craziest thing of the section and in the comments down below. And yeah, and yes, I'm gonna get back to gaming. I just wanted to react to more things because I'm trying to like make up like gaming reaction. So yes, definitely show what game that you low-key want me to play to, and see you in the next one. Peace.